Hello, I'm Tim with a Crack Eraser, and the website is crackeraser.com. We're going to repair about a 6-inch crack with our dual injector that we developed and patented. You can see that it's about 6 inches long. Should be a fairly simple one. First thing we're going to do is drill the tip of the crack. We're drilling about halfway down to the plastic, which is something you have to practice. Mainly it's the very light tap to get a bullseye. We're going to put a little bullseye stop at the tip of the crack. That gives a place for the resin to go in and bond the tip of the crack. We're also going to do the 2-hole method, which is easier for people, especially if they're using our DIY kit. So we're going to drill another hole about a 1/4 inch down from the hole that we did on the tip of the crack. And then I tapped another bullseye. Now I'm going to load the injector tool. That'll take me a minute. You too. Have a nice day. So I just called this into our insurance company. Oh, you want your phone back?
Yeah, thank you.
So what I've done is I put a thin resin in one barrel of our dual injector, and then I put a thick resin in the other barrel because the crack is tight at the tip, and as it goes to the edge it gets gappier. So we need something really thin and then something thick at the edge. And this is actually blending and changing viscosity as we go to the edge of the crack. So I put a liberal amount of grease on the suction cups and make sure that they're all the way down on the glass. And then I'm going to turn the injector and the adjusting bolt. And I'm always going to have the thin resin coming out first. Usually I would shade this with a sunshade, but I'm going to just shade it with my hand so you can see on the video what we're doing. So I put a little pressure by turning the pistons down on each barrel of the injector, and that causes the injector seals to raise up and start forcing the resin into the crack. And we should be about the right angle to see that actually going in. So it's going to go down to the second hole that I drilled on this 2-hole method. If it doesn't go down there, we can slide down and inject it, and it will push the resin back to the tip. The tip is always the hard part. The first inch or two is where it's tight, and even the thin resin doesn't want to go in. Set this on the ground. So now I'm going to slide down to the second hole that we drilled, and it should go in fairly easy once I get to the second hole. It's a little hard to film this and be able to see what we're doing. So I'm watching. It's down about a 1/4 inch now. Once I get a little more, I should be able to slide down and just continue on. I should be starting to get into the gappy part of the crack. Yeah, and I'm able to, so it's starting to go in. At least I think. Sometimes you have to be patient. If it doesn't want to go in, we can go back to the hole and we can just keep injecting from the hole until we get down to a little further down the crack where it will start to go in. You do want to keep it shaded with our resins. They cure fairly fast. Are you able to see it going in from the? Okay, yeah, yeah. The angle seems like it'd be about right. So, almost half our business are repairing cracks over a foot. This one's only 6 inches. Unusual to see one that's 6 inches long. They usually crack more before people find out about us. But she's been here before, so she knows to come in. Okay, now I'm going to slide down and see if I can continue. Yeah, now I'm in the gap. See how much easier that's going? It's amazing once you get over that first couple inches in, where it starts to open up, how easy the resin will go in. I'm still keeping both barrels on there. You can switch just to the single barrel if you're unsure about keeping, and this has got real thick resin in it, like pit filler thick. And see how easy that's going in even? But I like to get a little wetting, so I always keep the thin going in first, because I want some thin resin over the impact point on the outside here, which was about the size of a dime, a bullseye. You just have to make sure you keep that back barrel on there, because you do need the thick going in. If you push the thin in, that won't be thick enough to bridge the gap at the edge and have the crack, stay for long term. So now we'll cure it. Won't take long. This is Tim Evans with crackeraser.com. We're just going to let it sit for 5 minutes. We're going to cure it, and then we're just going to wash and clean it up, which we don't need to show that part to you. So if you have any more questions or need information, call us at 719-331-5966 or go to crackeraser.com. Again, I'm Tim Evans with Crack Eraser. Thank you.